What's up, y'all?
Hey, guys.
If you want to watch us yawn because we're recording this way too late at night, go ahead and click
Go ahead and
subscribe.
Oh, my goodness.
This is hilarious.
Just between you and me, there's a line, there's no tricks, ooh, there's a love.
Welcome to Just John and April,
Just between
the relationship podcast,
there's a line.
your place to level up your intimacy.
Yes.
In today's episode, why do doctors make such bad patients? And the word of the day.
That's a true statement.
It's a true statement, but only because we know what we're actually talking about. We're not really talking about doctors today.
Well, you are a doctor.
I am a doctor, aren't I?
You are.
I didn't think about that.
Yes.
That's a good point. How come you don't call me doctor more?
I don't.
You don't. You don't
No.
call me that enough. What's up, babe?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm trying not to be.
Besides sleepy.
Listen, you can't be taking me out on the town and then, think I'm going to be awake.
Before we get into that, because I do want to talk about that,
Yes.
I want to ask you first. Man, you really are sleepy.
I do not yawn on here.
I know.
I need to think about, if you think about trees, you won't yawn.
That's
So
what
I'm
you
gonna-
say, but I don't think that's
Yes,
true.
it is true.
I don't think that's true.
I just didn't do it just now, but I'm going to start thinking. I'm
Okay,
thinking
what
about trees.
kind of trees?
Any tree.
Pine trees?
No, I think about those big trees that you find in like
Like you cut down for Christmas trees?
California. You know those
Oh, like the
trees
big
and
redwoods
The
and
big
stuff?
redwoods. Yeah, that's what I think about.
That's hilarious. Well, let's see if it actually works. If you don't yawn the rest of the episode, then it works. But if you
Okay.
yawn again, it doesn't work.
Trees they keep you from yawning.
So we'll see. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Your sister has been sending you these TikToks.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but
Yeah,
it's
let me
like
look and see if
of
I can-
mothers on their phones with this like horse, like their face looks normal,
Yeah.
and then they start singing, and their face turns into a horse. Have you guys seen this?
Yes,
Chimes,
that's
if you've
so-
seen it, put it in the comments, please. And
Right.
here's what I want to know. In each one, I guess what the whole point of the whole thing is that you're trying to see how your baby is going to react to seeing this. And in each one,
Listen.
the baby looks horrified.
Listen,
now, here's what I
those
want to know.
poor babies.
Do you think that's cruel that the mothers are doing that to the babies? That's what I want to know.
I don't know because I know, there was another lady who she just did her lips like,
Right. She
and the baby started crying.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
So, but I'm just saying,
I'm
it's
saying-
just scary because, I don't know, because I was like, one baby looked at the camera, looked at the daddy, looked at the camera. Like, how is this happening? That baby was able to connect, like,
This
that
ain't
baby's
real.
bright. 'Cause
Right.
that baby was able to
Right.
connect.
Most
like,
of the
wait a minute.
time, most of the ones I've seen, the baby just looks at the phone
Right,
and sees their mom's face look like a horse, and they're horrified.
right. Or dads. If their
Oh,
dads
there were
doing
dads.
it
I
too.
haven't seen. You haven't shown me a dad yet.
Yeah.
All you
I
showed me was
showed-
moms.
Yeah, it was a dad too
Really?
that I saw.
Do you think that's dirty?
I think that's pretty dirty.
Yeah, I agree.
Those poor babies.
I don't remember doing stuff like that to our kids on purpose. Maybe we did.
I don't know.
It might be equally as dirty though to make your kid perform in front of the grandparents.
That's true.
I don't know.
No, it is equally.
I don't know
as
which
dirty.
one is worse.
It is equally as dirty.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
think so too.
Be like, come on, and they're not wanting to do it. And you're like, come on, just do it once.
And then they're crying.
Right,
And you're
'cause
just
they don't wanna
making
do
them
it.
do it. And then when they don't do it, you say you're disappointed in them and stuff like that.
We didn't do that.
That's true. We did.
We're
Anyway,
here making up stuff.
I'm excited about our subject tonight, but I'm also excited. I am getting super excited about this golf tournament.
Okay.
It is getting closer and closer.
Yes.
And it is, I don't know, 2 weeks away? Something like
That's
that?
it?
Today's September the
Oh,
15th
boy.
or something like that, isn't it? What's today's date?
Oh, man.
I don't know what the
Today's
date
the
is.
16th. Right?
Today's the 16th.
Yeah.
And this is like
Right?
October 3rd through the 6th.
What's
So it's
today's
coming
date?
up.
Yeah,
The
today's the
16th.
16th, babe.
Well, tomorrow it'll be the 17th when this airs.
Right.
So the point is, the Brothers Golf Tournament is coming up. It's called the Brothers and Sisters now because they want you to know that it's not just for guys. So I'm bringing my wife, and we're going to play in this tournament, and we hope to see you there. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And you can still get 10% off if you use the code CHIMES10. And I don't think we have to use the code, but those of you that want to come, you need to use it. So hopefully
think
we'll
we
see
don't
you
have to
there.
use the code. We're using the code, Chimes 10.
We should use it too then.
Yes.
All right. Y'all come join us. Have some fun. It'll be a good time.
You didn't want your 10% off? That's what you're saying?
Nah, give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Anyway, all right, so tonight's subject is why do doctors make bad patients? Now, the reality is that we're not really talking about doctors, even though, like you said, I am a doctor. But I'm not that kind of doctor.
No, you are not a medical doctor.
No.
You're not a doctor of psychology or psychiatry
I'm
either.
not. Yeah, you're right. I'm not any of those
But-
things.
I mean, you have your doctorate in,
Ministry.
leadership.
It is in leadership. That's
in
true.
leadership,
But anyway,
so-
that's neither here nor there. Okay, here's the thing. We missed our show on Wednesday. We do a live show every Wednesday night at 9 Eastern. It's called Ask John and April Live. If you've never seen it, you need to jump on. It's fun. We have guests on there a lot. It's been great. And we had a really good couple of guests 2 weeks ago. You probably need to watch it. The Onyx family. You probably just saw them recently. They had something that they posted where they were on Dr. Oz recently.
Yeah.
And anyway, they're dope. So friends of ours, we had them on there. We've had other friends and stuff. It's really great. We don't like to miss it. In fact, to be honest with you, we work hard and we're tired most of the time.
Yeah.
But doing that show gives us life.
It does.
We get excited.
Love
We're
doing Ask
amped
John
up
and
about
April
it.
Live.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
But something happened on Wednesday, and this particular thing kind of put us in a situation that I think brings us to our subject today. Why do doctors make bad patients? So we have a friend who called and said he had some tickets to one of our favorite artists, and he was like, "Are you guys free?" And we were like, "Nah, because we got to do our show."
And I was like, man, this would be so nice to have some time together to go see one of our favorite artists,
Yeah.
to go see her perform. Like, how can we pass this
She's
up?
here in D.C.
She's here in D.C. I mean, and that would be some time for us to go out and spend some time together.
So here was the problem.
Yes.
The problem was, in that moment, as we were trying to decide what we were going to do, it became evident that we haven't gone out on a real date
On a real date, y'all.
where you dress up and stuff like that
Since lockdown.
since the lockdown.
We have not.
Now, part of that is COVID. And
That's
so
true.
let's not be
Yes, that's true.
let's not but another big part of it is
But no, because there were things you could do
Right.
even with COVID. Outside, there were things we could have done. We could have
And we
gone, we could
haven't
have dressed
done
up
it.
and looked nice and had fun. And we did not do it because what happened was I feel like the lockdown put us in this state where it's like we really began working at home more.
yes.
So
Yes, we
at
did.
home was now not a place of rest anymore.
No. It was your workplace.
It's your workplace. And it has stayed the workplace.
Yeah.
Even though we're back
We're back to in-person
in
stuff
person,
again. And our
and
home is still
our
our
home
workplace.
is still our workplace. And it's hard to
It's hard to shift.
it's hard to
man.
shift because if it was just, home was where we do our lives,
Right,
it's
right.
like that's our hobby, kind of
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's still a rest.
Exactly.
But it's not just that. It's everything now.
Right.
It's like home became everything. And so, we didn't take time to have some quality time together.
Right.
That was significant. That was planned. That was, you know what I mean?
Right. So here's
like
what happened.
we went out to eat.
Yeah, we've been out to eat a couple times.
Not really.
Twice. Literally a couple times.
Literally a
Literally
couple times.
twice.
Outside.
In like
We ate
almost 2
outside.
years.
And it was a quick little thing because we had to get back
Right,
to
right.
picking up kids or
Yes,
doing whatever.
yes.
So it wasn't quite a date.
Correct.
But I felt like last night was actually
That was a real date.
date.
Yes. Let me show them what it looked like. So
Yeah.
because we were, trying to look, nice and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta.
And you want some music to go with this?
Wish we had a little. Wish we could have played a little Emily King.
That would have been
honey.
nice. We can't play that. We'll get copyright for that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
let me
here we
tell
are. I
you.
got my J's on. April's wearing her fly shoes that I love so much.
Yes.
And this is our date night. We went to see Emily King in D.C. and, just hung out. And it was just nice. Just being in the car together without the kids.
So nice.
Music playing.
Just chilling.
Something
man.
weird. Just something different about actually dressing up.
It is.
And
And I
going
didn't
out,
really
you know what
dress
I'm saying?
up. I just put on some heels.
But I'm just saying, you're right. I really didn't either. But I'm saying it's a deliberate outfit.
It's a
to
deliberate
try to look
outfit,
good.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
So anyway,
Yeah.
here's the point. The point is that when it really comes down to it, we really didn't have the whatever you want to call it
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that we were following our own advice. This is what we mean by doctors make bad patients.
True.
Here we are giving advice. We just did the last 4 episodes on the 4 pillars of total intimacy. And here we are struggling. And this is the part
But
that I
we-
was kind of disappointed
okay.
in. Okay, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we wanted to do the show
Mm-hmm.
because we like being with the Chimes.
Yes.
I think it's appointment for us. It's also something that gives us something.
Right.
I enjoy it. I think it's great. But what I'm disappointed in is that we didn't say more quickly, we're definitely doing this because we need this. It was like it took a long time
To
for
make
us
the
to come
decision.
to the conclusion we need this.
Yes.
Our
Yes.
relationship needs
Yes.
this. You see what I'm
And
saying?
I really, to be honest with you, I didn't even know I needed it until we got it. So
Right.
sometimes you have to just give it to yourself
Agreed.
to, find out later you needed it.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
very true.
Like it should be a regular, and we used to have regular, and we promote this. We know, life doesn't always allow it, but every week you have a date night.
Yes.
We talked about that. We used to
Yes,
do that.
we used to.
do it every
Yeah.
Thursday night.
You're right.
Date night.
You're right.
It was a lot easier when the kids weren't older. Because they went in at like 6:30
True.
in the bed.
True. So
And
now,
so
now we
that
got all
they
kinds of
have-
afternoon things. We got basketball
Exactly,
practice
basketball
and stuff.
practice
We
till 9
got
o'clock
drama
at night
club
and all that stuff.
We got all that stuff. And
Yes.
John's driving. He's got his permit, but he doesn't have his license, so he
Right.
can't just take him and Julia places. So
Exactly.
once that happens, I think it's gonna make things different.
Maybe.
All right, now let me just ask you this question. You're right. It might not be different.
I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to enjoy my date night while them kids are driving by themselves.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, okay? Do you have, because I do you have a theory as to why it is that doctors make bad patients? Meaning, why it is that you and I are giving this advice that we believe, because we believe the advice we're giving.
Yes.
We tell people this all the time. We convince them that they need to take time for their relationship
Yes.
because they don't want their intimacy to plummet.
Right.
Why is it that we struggle to see that we need the exact same thing? Do you have a theory?
I do.
I do too.
Okay. Well, my theory. Do we want me to go first?
Yes, please.
Okay.
What is yours?
My-
Ladies first.
My theory is that those who are giving the advice,
Mm-hmm.
when they give it, they think they've done it.
Mm.
It makes you feel. I have a friend who would say,
Wow.
"Yeah, girl." She would always be like, "We need to do this," and yes, we are doing it. We are
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
We never did anything.
Right.
I was always ready. Like, let's go. And I think she felt like every time she said it, she did
was
it. So
doing
it was
it.
like, I think that every time
Wow.
we say, hey guys, you really need to take some time
Yeah.
to have your date nights, make sure you
Right.
do this. Now, we are practicing what we preach when it comes to the communication.
I agree with you.
Because we have to. Like,
Right.
if you
yes.
go.
Yes.
You don't have no choice in that area, but you have a choice in things like whether or not you go out on a date or whether or not you know what I'm saying. You
So,
kinda,
you're saying that you feel like the communication and conflict resolution, that stuff, because you're faced with that every day, that's like a
Right.
necessity.
It's a
And it almost
necessity.
feels like the date night is like a
like a extra.
thing.
It's
It's
like a
like
little
icing
extra.
on the
It's
cake.
like icing on the
And what
cake.
we're saying, what you're really
Yes.
saying now is it ain't icing. That's
It's
you
not.
need that.
It's not
You
icing.
need to treat
but
it like it's something
but
you
we
need.
don't treat it as if it is an icing.
Wow.
We treat it as if it's icing, and I think it's because we say, y'all date night, y'all need to take the time.
Yeah,
That it's like we did it.
Right.
And I think we do feel like when we do our lives and we do stuff like this, we are
Yes.
having that quality
Yes,
time.
yes.
This does feed us in that way.
Yes.
Ooh, excuse me, but I
That's
think
okay. That wasn't a yawn, was it?
that was not a yawn.
Okay.
I
Just
have
making
not.
sure.
I've been thinking about trees.
Just making sure.
I've been thinking about. I have wanted to yawn 3 times. I want to yawn right now, and I'm thinking about trees. I'm telling y'all, it works.
That don't work.
Yes.
Please.
Well, when my dad looks at the sun, he yawns.
He yawns. I don't know what's up with that.
I'm telling you, it's
No,
something
doesn't
about
he sneeze
nature.
when he looks at the sun too?
No, sneezes,
He
not
sneezes.
yawns. He
That's-
sneezes
yeah,
when
he
he looks at the
sneezes.
sun.
Yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
sneezes. But I'm just
Anyway.
saying, it is something about nature. If you think about, or
You may be right.
helps you with your inner.
So back to what you were saying.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is, I think that we do have quality time that we spend,
Yes.
but I think what happened during the lockdown is that it caused it so that the house is now not the quality time spot.
So we used
When
to
it
spend a
used
lot
to
of
be.
time here doing quality time and pouring into our relationship.
Yes.
Now it's a place of work and it's hard to find
I
that
think so.
time. So we got to go out to get it.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think, and I do think that. I think what happened was we spent so much of our quality time was going to the basement
Mm-hmm.
with some good old food and watching a movie.
Yep. Which is date night.
That was date night.
And I
But
that
John,
was great.
we did that every night during the pandemic.
You're
every
right.
night
Right.
with the kids.
With the kids.
School
You're right.
next day.
You're
Work
right.
next day.
Right.
We downstairs in the basement with the food, with
Right.
a movie.
Wa-
Every night.
watching Downton Abbey.
At least 3 times a week.
Right. You're right.
Matter of fact, it wasn't Downton Abbey at the time because
We didn't get into that
We didn't
then.
get into that.
You're right.
We were watching
Marvel
old
Marvel movies and stuff.
We were going through Marvel movies. We were showing the kids movies that we had seen that we loved
True.
when we were kids,
You're
whatever.
right. You're
So
right.
we were having trees, honey.
I
trees.
didn't. It didn't work.
We were having. You need to be seeing the trees blowing in the wind.
Oh, is that what? Okay,
Yes, you
I
have to
had
do
to visualize the
thing.
whole
Yes.
tree. Okay.
You know, we were doing date night stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it just became a regular thing. That's the thing; it's supposed to be special, like
Right.
something different that you don't get every day.
Yeah.
And we were giving ourselves that at least 3 times a day, so I think it turned into a regular mundane thing
Right, right.
that we do. So now we got to be more deliberate
Mm-hmm.
in what we do when we do date night because it's not gonna be going to the basement with junk
Right.
food
That-
anymore.
that doesn't work anymore.
No,
That's true.
That's just a chill night,
True.
not a date night.
So you want to know why I think the
What do
reason
you think?
is?
Did you like my reason?
I thought your reason was excellent.
Okay.
I hadn't thought about that either. And I know your friend that you're talking about that talks like we did something and we didn't do jack.
Yes.
But she'd be like, you know.
Exactly.
In fact, if you talk to her, she'd be like,
She'll
yeah,
act like
remember
we
when we did?
did.
Like, yeah,
Right.
we never did it. You know what I'm saying? All we did was
Like
talk
we
about
always
it
been
hard.
on. No, we don't. We talk about doing that.
Okay, so you actually said mine while you were talking.
Really?
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem
You were
because you
excited
didn't
about
dwell
saying
on it.
yours.
No,
Okay.
you didn't dwell
All
on
right.
it. So
All
you
right,
just
good.
kind of touched on it a little bit. I don't think you took it. You just happened to mention it. I actually think that the reason why we don't do it, or the reason why we weren't doing it, is because I think the stuff that we do, like the show and the counseling and all that,
Okay.
it seems to fill, at least does me, it fills
does
me
fill me.
up in a way that makes me feel like,
like we
I
had
got
some
something
quality.
similar to that. But you know
Yeah.
what? I think that's still, it's not the same as work. So, okay, so you know this. When we counsel couples and we have breakthroughs with them,
Yeah.
man, that does something to
Feels
us.
so good.
It feels so
Yes,
good.
it
And it gives
does.
us this thing.
It does.
But that thing, whatever
That's
that
something
feeling
else.
is, it's a different thing.
It is a different
It's
thing.
not the same
But
as date night.
I don't think we thought that. I don't think we knew that.
That's what
I don't
I'm saying.
think we realized
So what I'm
that.
saying is, it's almost
because
like,
it is giving us a warm fuzzies.
Correct.
But it's and with
Correct.
each other.
yes.
But it's different.
It still
something different.
feels like you and I are having a connection. It still feels like we are doing something together.
Yeah.
But it's not quite the same as date night. Date night is like we deliberately
Yes.
got dressed for
Yes.
this and we went
we're
out to do
going
something
out.
that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
It's not about work.
Nope.
It's not about anything.
It's not about
except-
helping other people.
Right.
Because you have to. Sometimes you have to say, okay, we're not here to help other people right now. We're here to help ourselves.
Right. It's not
'Cause
really
we-
helping ourselves. And honestly,
we can't help
yesterday,
other people if
it
we
was
don't
just
help
not
us.
having to think.
It
It was
was
just sitting beside you. It
so
was just swaying back and forth to the
Dancing
song.
to the
You know what I'm saying?
music. It was
Babe,
so
that was so
nice.
cathartic.
It was. I didn't realize.
I needed that
really
so
did
much.
Not realize.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. But I will say, we thought we were giving ourselves quality date night time type stuff.
I think
We thought we were,
I think
but-
if you asked us in a moment of truth, we would both say we were doing it. But then when you ask us specifically what we were doing, we wouldn't be able to tell you because it wasn't happening.
No.
We would have to. And here's what I'm saying.
No, we would say it. We'd be like, oh, well, we went, well, was that? No,
Yeah,
that
right.
wasn't
It
really,
doesn't
no,
really
that's
count.
not.
You
No,
know what I'm saying?
It doesn't count.
Here's what I'm really saying. The way we talk to couples about what they need, if they were to talk to us the same way we talk to them, we would say, why are you talking to us like that? We don't need that we don't need that talk. And then they would say, you ain't been on a date in 2 years. And then we'd be like, oh,
I don't
yeah,
think
that's
we
true.
would have said that. I don't think we would have said we don't need that talk. If somebody said y'all need to be going on date nights, I think somebody saying it to us would have made us be like, whoa,
Maybe.
we're not.
Maybe you're right.
It's that it wasn't said. It's
Maybe
that
you're right.
it wasn't done. It's that there was no light bulb that went off to say, oh, shoot,
Right.
we haven't been going on dates.
right.
We haven't really taken time. We wouldn't have said that.
Right.
It would have been a hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it and think about that thing. Okay.
Oh,
and I think
man.
that takes us to the word of the day.
It does take us to the word of the
Mm-hmm.
day, actually. And so, what is the word of the day?
The word of the day is
Word of the day.
You
What is
ready?
it? I am ready for it. What is it?
neglectful.
Neglectful.
And it is not what we should be.
Right.
It's
This
what
is-
we should not
This is
be.
what we were.
This is
And we
what
didn't realize
Yeah,
it.
neglectful.
Yes. What does it mean?
So it means failing to give proper care and attention. We failed to give proper care. We were giving care, but not the proper care needed in order to sustain,
Yes.
you know?
I agree. So
Yeah.
the other thing, though, is that I think we were helping others, and this is why this subject is important, is because a doctor helps people. They're in like humanities. I think you're helping kids all the time as a teacher. I'm helping people as a pastor, whatever.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people that are helpers have a hard time taking their own advice. I think this
course.
is bottom line.
That's just the way it is.
It's not good, and I think
That's just the way it is.
I think being neglectful, you're not usually deliberately neglectful, which is why we chose this word.
Yes.
It's something that just happens when you're not being careful about stuff. When you're not like for real about saying, let me go ahead and make sure that my stuff doesn't fall off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that it doesn't just go back to where it used to be or where it's all of a sudden, where we don't know what happened to our relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't have that.
No, and what I'm happy about is that we were kind of forced to
Yes.
go out because we couldn't pass up the Emily
We couldn't
King
pass.
tickets.
It was like
ain't no way we passing up no free Emily King.
No.
Okay.
No, it was like an
So,
offer we couldn't refuse.
We couldn't refuse it. We didn't even know she was here. Like,
We had
if
no
we had
clue.
known she was here, we might have been like, ooh, let's try to
Right,
get tickets. But
right,
we didn't even
right,
know.
yeah.
Like, we don't even stay up on those types of things.
Right.
And I think doing things like staying up on, artists that you like that are coming to town, what is there, whatever it is.
Shout out to Colville, by the way.
Yes,
Good
thanks,
looks, son.
Cole.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If, you plan that thing and you make it happen. So
Yeah. So y'all,
know?
don't be neglectful. Stay
be
on top of your
neglectful.
intimacy. Make sure you are being serious about stuff like date night, and that you're making sure that you are paying attention to stuff that doesn't seem like it matters. The stuff
So-
that doesn't pay your bills or give you money or not work or whatever, the stuff that doesn't necessarily produce anything, a lot of times that's the important stuff that you need to pay attention to in your relationship.
True. That's true.
What
And
about
we have
that?
to make sure, I was just going to say, we can't let this be the last
No, it's not the last.
within the next month.
We
or
may
whatever.
start deliberately skipping our lives every so often just for a date night.
I think the chimes would tell us to do that.
They might.
They would. They'd be like, "What? You guys aren't going on dates?"
Thanks for your support,
anymore?"
Chimes. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
You
It's
got
been-
you got
we
you guys
can't-
you
we
guys you
can't-
guys allowed us to do this
Exactly.
right here. You know what I'm saying? This
We
is really
cannot
important.
allow the lockdown to still be going on right now when the lockdown is over.
True.
Okay, COVID is still there, yes.
Yes.
We're still wearing masks.
Right.
Yes, we still have to be safe.
Yes.
But the lockdown is not happening.
It's true.
So
So we going out
we don't have no excuse, man.
outside. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time because we got to get in the bed.
Listen, I am going to do a double somersault.
Into the bed.
Turn around.
You're gonna do a tuck double back to a layout step out into the bed.
That's it. I couldn't remember the.
All right, y'all.
Yes.
See y'all next time.
Bye, guys.